Halo semuanya, selamat datang kembali lagi di Walneko. Sekarang kita melanjuti memainkan game Final Fantasy 16. Sekarang kita sudah di part ke berapa ya? Udah lupa nih gue nih, udah nggak main hampir seminggu. Di part ke apa sih? Oh, part ke-12 ya. Kita memasuki part ke-12. Di part 11 kemarin ya, seingat gue tuh kita pergi ke wilayah ini ya, Rosaria, balik ke rumah ya. Terus kita juga udah ngelihat apa yang terjadi selama time skip 5 tahun itu, dimana 4 negara berperang ya. Dan dimulainya itu semenjak kita menghancurkan Mother Crystal yang berada di Empire, atau tepatnya di Holy Capital. Nah, terus time skip dan segala macamnya ya, kita meninggal, ini itu tempat persembunyian kita dihancurkan segala macam lah. Dan sekarang kita lanjut lagi. Dan si cheat ini membentuk membentuk hideaway baru, tempat persembunyian baru, di mana tujuannya adalah untuk menghancurkan Mother Crystal di seluruh negeri. Oke, gitulah intinya. Mari kita lanjut. Kita akan pergi ke Ember. Di depan sana ada sebuah desa ya. Kita pergi sama si Jill. Mana Jill? Oke, halo sayang. Aduh. Oke, sekarang kita masuk ke sini. Gue lupa di sini ketemu sama siapa gitu.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Oh, ini
Rosaria
Dark Seal.
must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else. You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Alright.
Apa yang dilakukan para ksatria Dark Seal itu ya ke sini, berbicara dengan ini keagungan dari Rosaria yang akan bangkit kembali gitu kan. Terus rupanya orang-orang sini masih masih setia lah sama Lord Elwyn, yaitu bapaknya si Clive. Nah, mari kita tanya penduduk desa sebenarnya apa sih yang terjadi di sini.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Oh, jadi ada seseorang yang rampok yang ngelawan Dark Shield gitulah.
What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Jadi intinya ada bandit gitu ya. Bandit yang merampok segala macamnya. Tapi tujuannya apa gitu, nah belum tahu. Nah, para ksatria itu sedang mencari pelakunya. Rupanya pelakunya ini dikasih bounty. Kalau kita tahu siapa pelakunya, kita dikasih koin, kasih duit lah, ada hadiahnya lah. Mari kita bicara dengan penduduk desa kedua.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields, just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Oh, oke. Rupanya para kesatria itu mencari yang beristilah brands. Mungkin ini adalah julukan bagi kita gitu ya. Tapi kita juga belum tahu. Mari kita mencari tahu sekarang. Mari berbicara dengan penduduk lokal ya.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May
Kita
I
malah
at least ask
disuruh,
why?
kita malah diusir anjir.
I don't
Kenapa?
know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger.
Oh, bahwasannya
The
kehadiran
Empire
kita
is a
ini
harsh
membuat orang-orang
master.
desa dalam bahaya.
Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Oh, orang-orang di sini juga tahu apa yang terjadi ya sama Ispul ya. Yang si Lady Hana kalau nggak salah yang dibantai
These
penduduk
people live with a
desanya.
knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Oke, orang yang pelakunya masih belum ketemu ya kan. Tapi si Clive berharap kita bisa menemukannya terlebih dahulu sebelum Empire yang menemukannya. Dan sekarang kita akan pergi ke desa selanjutnya untuk menemukan jawaban itu.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Apapun segala macamnya jawabannya mengarah ke sini guys. Runtuhan ya. Fallen Hunter. Udah dulu gak main ini lupa nih combo yang gimana nih.
What do you think is waking these? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. Farewell!
Terus mana dude? Oh, di sini jalan. Di sini juga ada jalan guys. Kita lihat map. Oh, mapnya sama aja mengarah ke sini. Tapi kita lewatnya lewat balik dong. Iya nggak sih? Lewat sini dong. Ya. Ya kan kita datang dari sini ke sini. Nah, ini ada jalan gede, ada jalan kecil. Gue lihat jalan gede deh. Kali aja ada sesuatu yang menarik. Kalian berhenti bentar lah. Salah. Tikau. Waduh, ada Black Shield.
More of my mother's men.
Wah, wait. Aduh, sialan. Setrum loh. Ini dulu nih yang harus ngebahas. Oke, beres. Ninggoy semua. Terus kita ambil ini apa ya? Semoga potion. Putih 3 buyer counts. Bahan ini material. Waduh, ini apa ya? Kayak meriam gitu cuy. Look, ya kan mirip-mirip meriam gitu nih runtuhan. Kayak senjata pemusnah massal. Kita sini ya. Bener gak sih? Kita sini deh. Tak kenapa di Rosaria tuh banyak banget ini. Banyak banget apa namanya? Reruntuhan kayak teknologi asing begini. Apakah ini nanti akan apa namanya? Berdampak sama cerita ke depan? Soalnya masih banyak misteri yang belum terpecahkan. Ini apa nih, Mas? Changwai. Mana lagi trail? Oh, malah ada kotak. Ih, bodoh. Kira ada produk aksesoris. Sini ada set quest nggak sih? Wah, ada nih. Jauh cuma di tempatnya Marta set questnya. Wah, ada tentara. Ada kesatria Black Shield. Tadi nyebutnya apa ya? Dark Shield ya gue ya? Salah gue. Sing. Kumpul. Oke, kita sudah semakin dekat ke tempat tujuan. Kayaknya ini gue mau ganti deh ntar abilities yang ini nih, karena terlalu lama nge-charge-nya. Ganti ke mana sih? Nah, jangan ignition ini. Oke, ini kita ganti ini karena attack-nya lebih tinggi. Walaupun ini one target ya. Tapi kalau ini mainnya ini dulu. Oke, terus ini gak usah diganti. Ini gak usah. Dah cukup. Lanjut. Sana nih korek. Bener kan jalannya ke sini? Kaget. Tahu. Kita melewati jembatan. Wah, ada jejak darah, guys.
Blood, Clive.
Darah.
And still wet.
Oh, dan masih basah. Waduh. Kena pedutnya, Torgal.
You were told to stay in your homes.
Dark Shield. Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
Lu tahu siapa kami dan kau masih ingin bertarung? Kenapa?
You our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Set, ini orang nggak bener
I'll show you a true
nggak ragu buat ngebunuh orang dia di Black Shield ini. Nih, makan loh dia. Terbang kan tuh. Habis itu pakai ini cuy. Incer. Bangin, ya kan? Habis itu gabung. Ya kan, setelah gitu guys, caranya guys. Combo. Oh. Mati. Si XP-nya dikit banget.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Oke, oh jadi ada seseorang yang membebaskan para branded dan itu bukan si Clive. Nah, rupanya mereka tahu di mana si yang dibebasin itu berada dan mereka ada di jembatan apa tuh? Odil ya. Nah sekarang kita mari ke sana guys, buru-buru sebelum terlambat. Buka bego, ngapain loncat?
Find something, boy. Death.
Bok kematian. Terlambat lagi kah? Udah terbantai lagi kah orang-orangnya?
Found her.
Set. Pada digantung anjir. Ya kan, para branded, para budak lagi yang jadi korban.
This was my mother's doing.
Memang ulah si Annabelle ini, si Jalang itu.
Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
Nih emang gara-gara ulahnya emaknya si Clive ini, si Annabelle. Kenapa dari semua orang gitu yang diincer itu cuma para branded anjing. Ya, bahkan si Clive sendiri nggak pernah ngerti itu di pikiran emaknya kayak gimana itu. Udah gila tuh orang. Lihat. Look, pada dibantai semua aja ya. Wah, tega banget tuh orang psikopat nih. Malah suasananya gelap gini kan, mencekam ini kan.
Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Kita lewat oke. Kita lanjut lewat sini guys. Sebelum itu bantai-bantai dulu nih. Sebagai pelampiasan kemarahan. Waduh, siapa nih di depan sana? Rame amat. Bewit Bridge, jembatan Bewit. Halo Bapak.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the reasons.
I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Be gone.
Oh, jembatannya ditutup. Dijaga, cuy.
They're all Rosarian.
Mereka semua ada orang Rosarian. Tapi ini rumah mereka. Oh, jadi mereka nggak bisa dibiarkan masuk ke rumah mereka sendiri.
You find no succor to the south travelers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Set. Ini semua gara-gara Empire.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Sebenarnya apa sih yang terjadi sama di wilayah Rosaria ini? Apa sih sebenarnya yang dilakuin sama emaknya si Clive? Bro, lewat mana ini? Lewat sini muter lah.
It's over.
Level up. Pas banget. Level 26. Nice ya. Ada kotak berisi aksesoris atau equipment apa gitu. Iya, tak bentar guys. Kan gue udah update ya. Kalau nggak salah ada pengaturan motion blur nggak sih? Mana ya? Informasi kalau vertikal. Nah, ini dia nih motion blur. Adjust gimana adjust? Gimana adjustnya cuy? Agak bisa. Oh bisa nih. Nah, kita di 2 coba. Oke. Nah, gini kan enak motion blurnya matiin. Nggak terlalu puyeng lihat ke sekeliling. Tuh ya kan? Nggak ngeblur. Jadi enak tuh ngeliat sininya tuh. Adem.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Oh, di sini tempatnya ini ya. Tempatnya pamannya si Clive tinggal. Tapi kayak kota mati, Jay.
England wins!
All right.
Mati. Langsung pada mati. Oke, motor dulu udah terpecahkan, sekarang tinggal ini cuy.
And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get
Cuma
in.
masalah larinya dong yang masih jelek. Kita sudah sampai di pelabuhan ini, apa namanya, Isolde.
Have mercy. Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off.
Find the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your stall.
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Boleh tadi ada demo gitu ya di depan gerbang. Orang-orang nggak dikasih lewat. Padahal itu di dalam itu rumah mereka semua itu.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
I don't know. Let's try.
As long as it is abandoned.
Okay, black like burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Soalnya kita nggak bisa lewat sini. Kita akan menyusup ke kota melalui ini distrik Lazarus. Ini kalau nggak salah tempat pamannya ya. Dan rupanya tempatnya ini udah ditinggalkan sama orang-orang yang tinggal di sini. Ya itu karena pasti karena ulah si Annabelle, makanya si Clive. Rumahnya bener-bener ditinggalin ya, nggak ada penjaga satupun.
How quickly a crown can lose its love.
Kita lihat mapnya kemana nih. Oke, sini. Kita pakai. Wah, nggak bisa pakai ini. Insting binatang. Kita harus benar-benar nyari jalan sendiri. Sini nggak bisa, berarti laut bawah. Wih. Sini bisa kah? Sini juga nggak bisa, kekunci. Mau lewat sini.
Not abandoned then.
Wah, ada orang.
Oi! Visitors!
Siapa nih? Para bandit kah?
We'll show ourselves out.
Cukup rame.
Or not.
Wah, ini masih pakai ini. Yah, gagal. Harusnya tadi gue pakai wind blade apa yang angin puyuh itu dulu ya, bener magin mereka, baru dikombo sama icon petir. Ajak dia terbang. Slok, boom. Musuh dikalahkan.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix.
Oh, kayak kenal gue nih.
It can't be. I was there when you died.
Kayak kenal gue nih. Ini penjaganya si Clive waktu kecil nih, pas kita ngalahin goblin yang bawa kapak. Masih hidup ya.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Iya kan? Iya si Wade. Oh, masih hidup dia. Selamat dia dari kastil Rosaria. Dari Phoenix Gate. Dari Phoenix Gate nih. Bukan kastil Rosaria.
We can speak inside.
Ini kita dapat kawan-kawan lama ya. Akhirnya bertemu kembali.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Oke. Jadi emang dari dulu tuh si emaknya si Clive ini benci banget sama Bearers. Cuma diperparah lagi semenjak dia menikah sama kaisar ya. Kaisar dari mana tuh? Kalau di kapital itulah pokoknya Empire lah. Nah, apalagi diperparah lagi semenjak dia punya anak ya. Malah Bearers makin didiskriminasi, makin disiksa segala macam. Emang emaknya si emaknya si Clive ini psikopat emang ini.
What is it you require?
Gaya Blight, no.
I will be here should you need aught else.
Aku tidak ingin itu. Oke, wait, let's go. Mari kita hentikan para kesatria hitam itu yang membawa nama-nama dari Rosaria, yang membawa nama-nama shield pelindung.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Katakan pada kami, apa rencanamu?
You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white, putih atau hitam, hitam atau putih. Third-dimensional cliff will often be joined by various companies working to land the resistance. However, depending on cliff destination, they may choose to remain behind at the highway. Oh, oke. Ada skenario utama juga ya, yang dimana cliff bisa ikut ke dalam ya suatu aliansi gitulah, yang akan membawa keuntungan bagi tempat persembunyian, kurang lebih begitu. Sekarang kita akan pergi ke Blight, jembatan Blight untuk melawan siapa? Melawan para Black Shield.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Oke, you too, brother.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Kita akan mengkonfrontasi pasukan utama dari Black Shield. Wah, orang-orang udah pada kabur.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are.
Itu dia.
On your command, my lord.
Sesuai perintahmu. Oke, perintah gue cuma satu. Serang. Gue mau serang ada cutscene. Mana sih?
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us?
that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Lu ngeremehin gua lu. Lu ngeremehin anjing gua lu.
Die along with your flame.
Buset, api Phoenix nih bos. Gak pernah padam nih bos. Untuk Rosaria. Makan dunia angin. Lalu di combo sama ini guys. Set. Oke udah ini terpecah. Lalu kita ke tengah dan kabum. Lalu petir. Kabum. Mampus lu. Look. Iya kan wombo combo mah bro. Anjay. Nggak lihat. Mampus lo. Gebugin. Aduh. Lebih banyak naga. Salah gua. Oh. Mati satu. Goblok kok malam sih. Mati kabeh. Apalagi nih? Oh kan?
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking
sebelumnya kan kita ngelawan yang putih, sekarang lawan yang hitam.
That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Lagu-laguan loh, Night of the Lasting Dark. Mana dia? No, cancel.
So wait. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Mampus. Langsung 10.000 damage, cuk. Ninggo itu kesatrianya. Bahan crafting.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Jangan senang dulu coy kalau rencananya bekerja. Lu jangan ngencingin sesuatu lu.
My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
Setia banget ini si Serwet.
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Arigato, Serwet telah membantu melawan kesatria-kesatria hitam gitu. Sekarang apa?
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Oke, kita dapat tanda ya, namanya
I shall wear it
with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Wah, aku kering sih.
Thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Kok gue berasa cringe anjir. Gerakan yang sangat cuni sekali.
Infectious flax wench, even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
Seenggaknya ambil kapak lu dulu, Cok. Seenggaknya ambil kapak lu dulu, Cok. Tinggalan di lantai kan gak enak banget liatnya.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Oh, seru nih. Kayaknya bakal seru nih. Bakal seru nih. Kita akan melakukan revolusi kayaknya ini. Dan kenapa Si Jill mukanya sedih. Apalagi saat menyebut Annabella di dalam dirinya ada monster. Kenapa nih? Pengen tahu nih apa yang sebenarnya yang disembunyikan sama si Jill.
Go on. She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Bego, cium bego. Ah, lu kagak pekaan anjing. Clive. Itu momen yang sangat pas untuk gitu loh. Kurang peka si Clive-nya. Oke, kita akhirnya ya sudah bertemu dengan pamannya si Clive ya. Siapa sih namanya? Byron apa? Lupa gue nama pamannya ya. Ya, dan akhirnya kita punya pasukan ya juga nih dari pamannya nih. Terus ya, kita juga melihat sedikit masa lalunya si Jill ya, dimana dia merasa menjadi seorang monster karena dulunya dia tidak punya pilihan untuk melayani atau menjadi bodekanya Iron Kingdom ya, jadi dia kayak jadi mesin pembunuh lah. Jadi semenjak saat itu dia nggak merasa apapun gitu, merasa kayak bahagia, sedih, senang, apalah pokoknya tujuannya hanya untuk membunuh orang gitu. Tapi semenjak bertemu dengan Clive lagi, akhirnya dia menjadi normal dan ingin menjadi pribadi yang lebih baik lagi gitu guys. Oke, sekarang kita akan menuju the hideaway, tempat persembunyian. Entah apa bersama dengan pamannya ya. Dan pamannya agak kocak. Dia bangga gitu kalau si Clive mulai jadi pelanggar hukum.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Oke, sekarang kita akan berbicara dengan Vivian. Ada notes ya lagi, ntar gue bakal lihat.
Typical nobles.
Hello, brother.
Part of me thought Drake's head might be the last crystal we ever cracked, but I'm glad I was wrong.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Penjelasan tentang Iron Kingdom nih.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm.
Oh,
or rather, its church does.
Pemerintah di
This is
bagian
not
barat
a
ya.
pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the Blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Oke, terima kasih Vivian atas informasi yang sangat berguna ya. Jadi itu adalah informasi sekilas dari Iron Kingdom. Iron Kingdom adalah ini guys, penyembah kristal. Ya. Jadi di mana mereka itu benar-benar nyembah kristal gitu sebagai sebagai mungkin kayak mujizat dewa gitulah ya kan, makanya ada kristal. Jadi mereka tidak menggunakan magic ya, tidak menggunakan kristal itu sendiri gitu. Jadi orang yang kayak branded, terus orang yang kayak dominan itu mereka dibunuhin tuh di Iron Kingdom karena mungkin kalau orang yang terlahir sebagai dominan itu adalah kutukan, makanya mereka dibunuh gitu karena tidak sesuai dengan ajaran kristal ortodok. Makanya kayak branded kayak si Jill ini cuma dijadiin bahan sekali pakai doang.
A sea voyage this time, is it? I can lend you an oilskin if you're looking to keep the salt off your back.
Makanya kita di Iron Kingdom akan sedikit membalas dendam atas perbuatan mereka terhadap Jill. Nah, kita akan bertemu dengan Jill dan bertanya apakah dia sudah siap untuk pergi ke sana. Dan sekaligus kita akan menghancurkan yang namanya badak kristal yang bernama Drake's Head apa Drake's Bread tadi. Aduh, pokoknya itulah. Kita pokoknya ke sana tujuannya ada 2. Oke, terima kasih yang sudah nonton. Jangan lupa like, jangan lupa subscribe channel gua. Bagi kalian yang belum subscribe, jika kalian punya kritik dan saran silahkan diberikan di kolom komentar. Terima kasih yang sudah nonton. Sorry kalau omongan gua rada belibet ya, karena ya satu capek, ngantuk ya karena banyak pekerjaan juga. Yes, ini seling-selingan lah main lah supaya gua upload YouTube juga sebenarnya supaya game yang gua beli itu tamat gitu. Ada tujuannya gitu, buat diupload. Oke, terima kasih sudah nonton. Sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya di part 13. See you next time. Bye bye. Jeng jeng, ditemani dengan musik yang tenang.